Welcome to the 35th episode of Season Tickets. I'm Michael.
And I'm Max. Very wrestling team started their season over the weekend with Tommy Pallison going 4-1, Alan Tin going 4-1, and Cam Edwards going 5-0.
And the boys JV basketball team got off to a good start of their season, beating Firelands by 30, but the varsity lost in a close game. They both take on Buckeye on Tuesday.
The girls basketball team lost a close game to Brookside on Saturday.
And in the ACC title game, a bad offsides penalty ended North Carolina's upset bid on number 1 and undefeated Clemson, keeping Clemson at number 1 for the college football playoff, and they do make the college football playoff at undefeated. Max, what happened in the SEC title game?
I still hate Alabama. They whooped Florida, a team whose offense is just god awful without Will Greer. And Treon Harris has the nads to say after the game that Alabama's defense wasn't that good and they were easy to figure out when his team scored one touchdown in garbage time against backups. But anyways, what happened in the big-time Pac-12 game?
Stanford beat USC in the Pac-12 After Dark title game with Christian McCaffrey having a Heisman-type game, throwing for a touchdown and having over 300 yards of total offense to break Barry Sanders' record for most total yards in a season. Max.
If he doesn't win the Heisman, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. If Derrick Henry wins the Heisman over McCaffrey has like 3,200 yards of total offense. Derrick Henry has all his rushing yards. I've never seen the guy catch a ball. Seriously, if you break Barry Sanders' record in something, you've got to be doing something right. He won the Heisman the same year, and Barry Sanders is one of the best college and pro running backs of all time.
Yeah,
but anyways.
And people are saying that there's no clear favorite. I definitely think he should win it. But Max, what happened in the Big Ten title game?
This was a good one. It was a relatively boring game, but a great one nonetheless. As Michigan State won with L.J. Scott on a 3rd and goal, stretching like Michael Jordan in Space Jam to get the ball across and win the game for Michigan State with 25 seconds left after going all the way down the field and taking up the most clock I've ever seen eaten at one point in a game.
Yeah, don't you just love Gus Johnson announcing those crazy games?
Oh my goodness, he's my favorite announcer of all time.
Yes, easily. And in the AAC title game, Houston beat Temple in a close game, but Houston was the better team overall, and they did get the win for Tom Herman winning the conference. So that's a big win for him and the program of Houston.
How about the fans?
Yeah, the fans are pretty crazy, and Herman could go to a bigger program.
No, I think he signed an extension somewhere.
Yeah, but he could still go to a bigger program if he wants to leave, but I don't think he does. Max, what happened in the Maction title game?
My favorite conference in college football, Bowling Green beat Northern Illinois 34-14 behind a big game from Travis Green, Bowling Green's running back, 183 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. As Bowling Green's coach now leaves to Syracuse, Dino Babers, which I think is a good move for Syracuse. And, it happens with all the good MAC coaches. And then, a new one will step in and do the same thing next year.
Yeah, now we go into college basketball, and Vandy found another way to lose a close game against Baylor, missing 2 free throws and 2 last-second shots to lose by 2 against the Bears, 69-67 in a rough game. Max, what happened in a West Coast battle between Arizona and Gonzaga?
Arizona came back and beat Gonzaga, not Georgetown, even though Kyle Wiltshire had a great game being unstoppable down low, but Arizona got a very good comeback win.
And Michigan State beat Louisville in a really good close game with Denzel Valentine, still showing that he is one of the best players in the country and could be the leader for the Player of the Year. Max, let's go into the NFL.
The Seahawks annihilated the Vikings in a really important game for the Seahawks as they're fighting for the wild card, as Arizona seems to be a little too far ahead for them. And they look dominant on defense as the only touchdown was scored on Cordell Patterson's kickoff return, in which he decided to celebrate all the way down the field, down 35-0. But NFL players, man, sometimes they just lack logic.
Yeah, the Seahawks are finally looking like the team that made 2 straight Super Bowls, and the Steelers beat down on the Colts with a big game from Antonio Brown, staying on top of the playoff race for the wild card in the AFC. The scores are now 79-69, and that will wrap it up for this episode of Season Tickets. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Season Ticket videos.